Long before success appears in your life, it is either built or destroyed in your thoughts. Most people think their problems are outside of them, in circumstances, in other people, in bad luck. But the real battle is happening internally in the silent conversations you have with yourself every single day. Every morning you wake up and your mind begins to speak. It reminds you of your fears, your doubts, your past failures. It tells you what you cannot do, why you are not ready, why this is not the right time. And if you do not consciously take control, you start believing those thoughts as truth. You start acting based on them. And slowly, you build a life that matches those limiting beliefs. But here is the power you often forget. You are not your thoughts. You are the thinker of those thoughts. And the moment you realize this, you gain control over the battlefield. You can choose which thoughts deserve your attention and which ones must be rejected. You can interrupt the negative patterns and replace them with empowering ones. Winning begins when you become aware of what is happening in your mind. When you catch yourself saying, "I can't," and replace it with, "I will find a way." When you stop asking a "why me?" and start asking, "What can I learn from this?" This small shift is not small at all. It changes the direction of your life. Understand this clearly. Your mind is like fertile soil. Whatever you plant in it grows. If you plant fear, excuses, and doubt, that is what will grow. But if you plant confidence, courage, and determination, those will grow too. The problem is not that people lack ability. The problem is that they allow negative thoughts to take root without resistance. You must train your mind daily, just like you train a muscle. You do not wait for negative thoughts to disappear, you actively replace them. You feed your mind with empowering beliefs, powerful questions, and positive focus, because the person who controls their mind controls their destiny. The battle is not easy, but it is worth fighting. Because when you win in your mind, you begin to win everywhere else. Ladies and gentlemen, what you focus on determines the direction of your life. Focus is not just attention, it is power. It is the invisible force that shapes your emotions, your decisions, and ultimately your results. Every moment, your mind is choosing where to place its attention, and that choice is quietly designing your future. Many people wake up and immediately focus on what is wrong. They think about problems, bills, stress, and unfinished tasks. As their focus narrows onto these issues, their energy drops, their mood changes, and their ability to take action weakens. They are not failing because life is hard. They are failing because their focus is draining their power instead of fueling it. Focus works like a magnifying glass. Whatever you put under it becomes bigger in your mind. If you focus on fear, fear grows. If you focus on obstacles, they appear overwhelming. But if you focus on solutions, possibilities begin to appear. The same life can look like a burden or an opportunity depending on where your focus is directed. This is why successful people train their focus deliberately. They do not allow their minds to wander into negativity. They ask better questions. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" they ask, "What can I do about this?" Instead of seeing what they lack, they look at what they have and how they can use it. When you change your focus, you change your emotional state. And when your emotional state changes, your actions change. This is the chain reaction that leads to winning. You cannot control everything happening around you, but you can always control what you choose to focus on. You must learn to redirect your mind like a skilled driver steering a vehicle. When you notice your thoughts drifting toward worry or doubt, gently but firmly bring them back to what matters: your goals, your strengths, and your next step. This practice may seem small, but over time it transforms your entire mindset. Remember, focus is a choice. Every day, every hour, every minute, you are choosing what to magnify in your life. Choose wisely, because what you focus on today will become the reality you live tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, the story you tell yourself is shaping your life more than any circumstance ever could. Every experience you go through is neutral until you assign meaning to it. That meaning becomes your story, and that story becomes your identity. If you want to change your life, you must first change the story running in your mind. Many people are living inside stories that no longer serve them. Stories of failure, rejection, bad luck, or limitation. They repeat these stories so often that they begin to believe this is who they are. They say, "I'm not good enough, I always fail, and nothing works for me." And without realizing it, they program their mind to look for evidence that confirms these beliefs. But here is the truth. The past does not define you. The meaning you give to the past defines you. Two people can go through the same painful event. One sees it as proof that life is unfair and gives up. The other sees it as a lesson, a turning point, a reason to grow stronger. The event is the same. The story is different, and the outcome is completely different. When you change your story, you change how you feel. When you change how you feel, you change how you act. This is the power of rewriting your inner narrative. Instead of saying, I failed, say I learned. Instead of saying I was rejected, say I was redirected. Instead of saying I'm stuck, say I'm in the process of becoming better. You must become the author of your own story. Stop repeating the old script that limits you. Start creating a new one that empowers you. Speak to yourself with strength. Describe your challenges as opportunities for growth. Describe your setbacks as preparation for success. Your mind believes the stories you tell it. So tell it a story of courage, resilience, and possibility. Tell it a story where you are not the victim of your circumstances, but the creator of your future. Because when you change your story, you change your life. Ladies and gentlemen, emotion is the force that moves you. You can have clear goals, perfect plans, and endless knowledge, but if you cannot manage your emotional state, you will struggle to take action. Emotion is the fuel behind every decision you make. When your emotions are low, even simple tasks feel heavy. When your emotions are strong and positive, difficult challenges feel possible. Most people wait to feel motivated before they act. They wait for the right mood, the right energy, the right moment. But winners understand something powerful. Action does not come from waiting for emotion. Action comes from creating emotion. You have the ability to change how you feel at any moment, and that is a skill you must learn if you want to win. Your body, your focus, and your language control your emotional state. The way you stand, the way you breathe, the way you move. All of these send signals to your brain. If you sit with slumped shoulders and slow breathing, your body tells your mind that you are tired and defeated. But if you stand tall, breathe deeply, and move with energy, your body tells your mind that you are strong and ready. Your focus also shapes your emotion. If you constantly think about what is wrong, you will feel discouraged. If you think about what is possible, you will feel hopeful. And the words you use with yourself matter deeply. Saying I'm exhausted weakens you. Saying I'm ready for this challenge strengthens you. You must practice creating powerful emotions on demand. Before you start your work, change your posture, take deep breaths, remind yourself why this matters, and speak words that energize you. Do not wait to feel ready. Make yourself ready. When you learn to control your emotions instead of being controlled by them, you unlock a new level of power. You stop being a victim of your mood and become the creator of your momentum. And that momentum is what drives you forward, even on the days when you do not feel like moving. Moving will not feel like moving. Ladies and gentlemen, motivation is a wonderful feeling, but it is unreliable. Some days you wake up excited and ready to conquer the world. Other days you feel slow, distracted, and uninspired. If your progress depends on how you feel, your success will always be inconsistent. This is why discipline is far more powerful than motivation. Discipline does not ask how you feel. Discipline asks what must be done. Winning in life is not about doing great things once in a while. It is about doing small, necessary things every single day, especially when you do not feel like doing them. That is where real strength is built. Anyone can work hard when they are inspired. Few people can work hard when they are tired, bored, or uncomfortable, and that is exactly what separates the average from the exceptional. Discipline is a promise you make to yourself and keep, no matter what. It is waking up when you said you would wake up. It is working when you said you would work. It is following through even when no one is watching. Each time you keep one of these promises, you build trust with yourself. And self-trust is the foundation of confidence. You do not need to do everything perfectly. You just need to be consistent. A small action repeated daily is more powerful than a big action done once. Reading 10 pages a day is better than reading a book once a month. Exercising for 20 minutes daily is better than one long workout every few weeks. Discipline turns simple actions into extraordinary results over time. There will be days when your mind tries to convince you to skip, delay, or quit. It will give you excuses that sound reasonable. This is where discipline steps in. You do not argue with your excuses. You simply act. You train your mind to understand that feelings do not control your actions. Your decisions do. When you build discipline, you no longer wait for the perfect moment. You create progress every day. And that steady progress is what leads you toward lasting success. Ladies and gentlemen, progress, not perfection, is the true measure of victory. So many people are waiting for the perfect plan, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect moment to start. They delay, they overthink, they wait for all conditions to be ideal, and in doing so, they remain stuck. They remain stuck. But life does not wait for perfection. Life rewards those who take action, no matter how small, and improve continuously. Every step forward, no matter how tiny, creates momentum, and momentum compounds into results that feel almost unstoppable. The secret is simple. Stop judging yourself for where you are and start focusing on what you can do right now. Too many people spend their energy comparing themselves to others, measuring their current reality against someone else's highlight reel. This is a trap. Progress is personal. Progress is personal. It is about moving from who you were yesterday to who you are becoming today. Each small win strengthens your confidence, your skills, and your resilience. Each step forward teaches your mind that you are capable, that you can handle challenges, and that growth is inevitable when you commit to it. You have to embrace imperfection because action precedes mastery. No one becomes great without first taking imperfect steps. You will stumble, you will make mistakes, and you will face setbacks, but each of these is a lesson disguised as difficulty. Instead of fearing mistakes, learn to see them as feedback. Adjust, refine, and keep moving forward. The person who makes the most progress is rarely the one who avoids failure. It is the one who refuses to let failure stop them. Daily consistency is the key. A small action repeated consistently is more powerful than a huge effort done sporadically. Writing one paragraph a day builds a book. Practicing one skill a little each day builds mastery. Moving your body for 20 minutes daily builds extraordinary fitness. The compound effect of consistent action is relentless, unstoppable, and life-changing. Celebrate progress. Recognize every victory, no matter how small, because each one is proof that you are moving closer to your goals. Every step you take rewires your mind, strengthens your habits, and builds the unshakable belief that you can create the life you desire. The journey of progress is itself a reward. Ladies and gentlemen, the pursuit of perfection will paralyze you, but the pursuit of progress will propel you. Start today, take one small action, and keep moving. Momentum is the ultimate victory, and it is built one step at a time.